Next up in our F123 wet setup video series is one of the bonus tracks, and it's China. And this is an incredibly fun track, dry or wet, but during the rain I actually had quite a lot of speed on the AI. As with any China setup, especially a wet car setup, turns 12 and 13 are the main sort of sticking point here. You need to get stability out of them going onto the long back straight, as it's ever so easy to lose the rear of your car. So I've tried to do that with this wet car setup. For the aero, I've increased the front wing by 2 clicks to 30, but I've increased the rear wing to 26, which is a slightly larger increase to help with a bit of rear stability. For the transmission, I've left things the same at 50 and 50. Then for the geometry, I've gone -2.5 and -1.1 on the camber, and then 0 and 0.11 on the toe. And both of these changes are really just to help rear stability. For the suspension, I've gone 28 and 5, and then 9 and 2 on the anti-roll bars. And then I've increased ride height to 37 and 40. For your brakes, I've gone 95 and 55, which is really standard. If you do get a bit of rear brake locking, you can increase the brake bias up to 56, 57, but it will make it a little bit easier to lock a front wheel. For the tyres, I've decreased things down to 22.4 on both front tyres and 20 psi on both rear tyres. And this setup created a car which is pretty stable. It can handle those really fast turns of 12 and 13 without really too much of a problem, and it's not too slow down the straight. But let me know in the comments how you get on with this car setup, and until next time, I will see you on track.